In this DIY, I'll be using this tray mold that come with 3 sets of handles that I purchased from Amazon. And here are the 3 different sets of handles that came with the mold. And here's the mold, and as you can see, it's quite flexible. So it should be pretty easy to unmold the resin when it's done. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing that I'll do is pour a thin clear layer of resin. I'm going to mix equal parts together for 3 minutes. Now I'll pour a thin layer and allow it to dry overnight. I'm doing this because I don't want the handles to go through the bottom layer of my resin. I used a heat gun to remove bubbles from the resin. I covered it to prevent dust from falling into the resin, and then I allowed it to dry overnight. This is the very next day, and now I'm going to pour my tray and the matching coasters. I have 2 cups of resin that's already mixed. I'll be using this resin with mica powders and silver leaf. I have a bag of different color mica powders to choose from. I selected blue, teal, and white, but I won't use all 3 colors. I also have this acrylic white paint that I'll mix with the white mica. And here's some silver leaf that I'll be using with the clear resin. I poured about half of the resin from 1 cup into another cup and mixed it with silver leaf. I'll pour some of the mixture on both ends of the tray mold and then to the top of the coaster molds. I chose the teal mica and mixed it into the resin. After it was well mixed, I poured the resin into the molds. I then mixed the white acrylic paint and white mica into the other half of the resin. I poured the teal resin in the middle of the tray mold, then poured it on the opposite side of the silver leaf in the coaster mold. Finally, I poured the white resin in the empty spaces on the tray and the coaster mold. Here I poured the remaining resin with silver leaf into the molds, followed by the teal resin. More of the teal resin was needed, so I mixed more of it. After I was done, I used my heat gun to remove the bubbles from the resin. I used the side of a popsicle stick to run lines between the colors. Now I'm removing more bubbles with the heat gun. I sprinkled a small amount of teal glitter into the resin just to see how it would look. Now I'll allow the resin in the tray to set up for about 2 hours before I insert the handles. I decided to go with another set of handles that I already had on hand. I felt that they would look better with this tray. I simply placed them on either side of the tray, put the top on the tub, and then allowed both molds to set up for about 6 hours. Finally, I mixed another batch of resin and topped both sets of molds off with the clear resin. Use the popsicle stick to evenly distribute the resin into the molds. Again, I use my heat gun to remove bubbles from the resin. Now I'll let this set up for 24 hours, then I'll come back and unmold them. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is the very next day. I let both molds set up a complete 24 hours. So now I'm going to unmold them. First, let's do our tray. Here's what it looks like before I take it out the mold. And as you can see here, I have some resin that went over. So now I just want to peel this off. Okay, as you can see, the mold comes right off. No problem. I love that. Here's what the bottom looks like. And then here's the top. This is so pretty. Now let's unmold the coasters. Okay, it comes off really easy as well. Here's the back. And then here's the front. I guess I could have added a little bit more glitter. I do like the idea of the glitter, so yeah, I really do like that. And I could have added some more of the silver leaf, so this was pretty much a test, but I really like the way they turned out. Here's the back of this one, and then here's the front. Not a lot of cleanup to do with the mold. Here are all 4 coasters along with the tray. Next, I'll trim the outside of the coaster with a silver marker. This marker has a fine tip, so it takes a little more time to paint the sides of the coaster. Now I must say I'm not a fan of the way the marker looks on these coasters. Now if you like the look of the marker, then please use one with a wider tip. What I need to do is get a better, wider marker, and it'll go a whole lot faster. But yeah, what you do then, you let it dry, and then you, if you want to, you should probably put it down and just come in and go right around the edge and create a line. Now me myself, I really don't like that. If I had to keep it like this, I would go around the trim and the outside with some Mod Podge and then sprinkle glitter and then seal it. So that's how I would do it. So I'm going to try and remove the marker with alcohol, and if it doesn't come off, I'll come back in and cover it with Mod Podge and glitter. I decorated the one with the marker off camera. Now I'll show you how I did it with this one. First I brushed on the Mod Podge and then sprinkled glitter on top of the Mod Podge. Now I'll let this dry and then come back in with the second coat of Mod Podge and glitter. Now I'll allow the second coat to dry, then come back and put a thin trim of glitter around the top of the coaster. Now I'll let this dry, then come back with the second coat as well. Okay, the glitter is completely dry. Now I'll brush off the excess glitter. Finally, I'll set the glitter with hairspray that I purchased from Dollar Tree. After it's dry, I'll come back in and clean the inside of the border of the coaster with a clean cloth to remove the remaining glitter and hairspray. I'm only decorating 2 of the coasters with the glitter and Mod Podge. I'll put everything on display, come back and let you see what they look like. As promised, here's my completed tray and coaster set. This is actually my first time making geode coasters. I knew it would be easy, and I only used 2 colors to keep it simple so that anyone who's new to resin can make them as well. I have other molds that I'd like to try in the very near future and other techniques as well. So it's going to get a little bit more intricate as we go. And I look forward to creating more with you. Again, I love how this set turned out, and I think it'll be a wonderful gift. So keep that in mind because Christmas is right around the corner. Okay everyone, this concludes my DIY. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.